Alright, this is gonna be a big one. Hello gamers, this is Flamin' Gamin' 7 behind the wall of foxes, and welcome to BrickLink Order number 4. There are 4 orders here today, as fitting for the 4th episode of the series, and it took me, also fitting for the 4th theme, 4 days to make these. Yeah, seriously, I sat down for like 4 full days, not like an hour a day, like 4 full days to make these orders. These are all for the, most of them anyway, are for the Swamp and Mushroom Island area of the LEGO Minecraft world. I'm not going to go too in depth about that because I talked about it in my recent LEGO Minecraft world update video, which you can find right here. So check that out if you're interested in that. But if you just want to see me unboxing pieces, I say let's get right into it. Our first order of the day is going to be from a store called I Got a Meatball, which something about it I just absolutely love. Basically, while I was doing everything I needed to do to make these orders, like deciding how I was going to build swamp trees and what colors I was going to use for certain things and whatnot, and actually making the wish lists and then auto-selecting the stores and then manually choosing stores, it's a whole process. While I was doing all that, in every step of the process, this store just kept popping up, and so I knew that at some point, this is hard to open, but that's okay because I have a lot to say, so I can talk while I'm opening it. I knew that at some point I'd have to make an order from that store in this batch, and I ended up doing that. Something about it I just really like, just the way they structure their store and they word everything. They just feel like such genuine, kind, and helpful people. And based on the message they sent me, they actually listened to my request to not bag a bunch of pieces like separately and stuff, because usually, you know, you get like 10 million plastic bags in BrickLink orders. That's not the case in this one. I usually request that they don't do that, and if I don't, it's only because I forget. And I think this is the first store to actually listen to said request. And it's packaged, okay, you can see it, yeah, it's packaged in Lego bags. You love to see it. Oh, this is so well packed. Can we look at this? This is so well packaged. All right, we've got 3 different bags here. Oh, and wrapped up in here, I almost didn't notice, is a big blue base plate, which I'm obviously going to be using for water. Get out of here. All right, we've got a bunch of bags here. I'm kind of scared to open these because there's a lot of pieces in here, and I've only got so much room on this desk. Let's get this. Move things around there. This is seriously a lot of pieces. Like, you'll see as the video goes on, we got a lot of stuff. We've got some of these. I used a bunch of my really long light bluish gray plates, and I like just having some really long plates, and them being in light bluish gray is good because that's a major Minecraft color, but in the end, I really just need generally long plates just for whatever I need them for. I'm using dark blue for the mud in the mangrove swamp. This is exciting. I've never really worked with dark blue before, so I think that's going to be really fun. We have got a whole bunch of dark green 2x8 plates. These I partially just need for swamp grass, but mainly I need them because that's a piece I want to use prominently in swamp trees, which I've got my own design for. I'm trying to make my own like unique designs for all the trees. And 2x8 plates are ones that I need for my swamp oak design, because swamp oaks are a bit different than normal oaks, fun fact. We have some medium lavender for the Mushroom Island. This is just a plate. Unfortunately, I don't think I got enough medium lavender plates, but I got pretty much everything that these 4 stores had. Also, all the stores except one of them just had a singular medium lavender jumper, so I've got 3 of them, which is, of course, not enough, but it's a start, I guess. I got some Technic pieces. I don't know why I got these Technic pieces, actually. I guess, yeah, no, I don't think I have a lot of these smaller Technic beams. I just have a bunch of really big ones. So I guess it's nice having some smaller ones like this. Look at this bag. There's so much in this bag. And I'm spilling it. You can't really tell. There's no way for me to maybe there is. There we go. That's a bit of a better angle. It just lets you get an appreciation for the just ridiculous amount of parts that is in this bag. Alongside just being really nice people that run the store, real professional and whatnot, they also just have a huge selection of pieces, and for pretty good prices. I would definitely recommend them. Yeah, let's get these out of the way for now. These are pieces I need for my giant mushroom trees, as well as these. Dark tan, that's what that's for. These pieces, these are the 1 by 1 by 2/3 brick. I think legally, according to BrickLink, it is a brick. And I want to use this and one other piece that I might have in here, it might be in a different bag, or maybe I didn't get any in this order. But I think, actually, I'll show you later once no, I'll just tell you now. This is to make a lectern out of. I've got several of them to make several lecterns. Not that I have a need for lecterns right now, but I just figure, hey, may as well get the pieces while I can. I'm using a design by one of Cheesy Studios' channel members, who I'll put the name of on the screen now, and I'll put a picture of it on there, maybe. I don't know. We got some ice pieces. We've got just a 2x6 in medium blue, a dark azure tile for what blue ice. I forgot what the ices were called for a second. Now I've got a bunch of pieces in old brown. I've got a bunch of these 1x1 cylinders, and you might be like, Flamin', what are those for? Why do you need cylinders? This is a Minecraft build. Well, these are for mangrove roots. I've decided to use old brown for them because it just feels a little bit more accurate to me. I've got some of these flower petals in bright light blue. I wish I had them in, I think it's medium azure, but I mean, not that I had them, just that they existed. They don't exist in medium azure though. That would be the perfect color for blue orchids, which is the only flower you can find in the swamp. Unfortunately, does not exist in medium azure. I believe that's the color. So bright light blue is gonna have to do. We've got some of these 3 long bright green bars for mangrove propagules. I've kind of got those like, I don't have a brick here as an example. Just imagine that this is green. I'm just gonna have it like sticking out from here, and then I'm gonna have a 1x1 stud, like a brown one with a hole in it, like it'll stick through the bar and into the bottom of the brick, which I think is a clever design. This brick is dark blue, which is for the swamp, and inside of it was one of 2 pieces used for the lily pad. I'm just going with Lego's design with 2 of these quarter tile, or not quarter tiles. The other ones are quarter tiles, or are they half? I don't know. I don't know the exact names of this stuff, but if you know Lego's design, you know it, and if you don't, then womp womp. I've got a bunch of not a bunch, but like a good few of these light nougat, I believe it is, plates and tiles, because I did not have as much as I would like for building faces on my dots mosaic thingy. You'll know what I'm talking about if you saw my recent Lego room tour, but I just needed a few more of those because I didn't have as much as I would have liked. Now, here I've got a whole just variety of freaking pieces. I think, yeah, this is pretty much everything for this collection. I've got some 2x2 round plates, as well as a couple of these pieces. I wanted to get some pieces just to test some ideas for coral, because next I will be doing the ocean once I finish the Mushroom Island and Swamp. I got a whole bunch of these dark green 1x2s. These I'm going to use for vines in the swamp, because vines are darker color in the swamp. Unfortunately, the 2x2 like corner plates that Lego usually use for vines don't exist in dark green, so I've had to stick with a bunch of 1x2s. I've got, let me see, I think these are the only clear pieces I've got, but I've just got a bunch of these like bars with a not a stud, I guess an anti-stud, I think they're called on the bottom. No, that's definitely what they're called. I'm smart, I know my Lego terms. These are just gonna be used to hold up squids and fish and stuff in the ocean, just a bit more preparation for the ocean, even if it's not coming just yet. I've got a whole bunch of dark green 1x2s, which is for swamp oaks. And do I got anything else in this bag? I don't believe I do. So let me shove all that back in there and open up the next one. Okay, this one, it seems to be a lot of the same pieces. Let's see. We've got several more dark blue 6x6s for the swamp. We've got a whole bunch of dark green 2x4s for the swamp oaks. We've got a whole bunch of these for mangrove vines, because mangrove vines are a bit lighter color than swamp vines, so I'm cool just using normal green. We got a couple dark blue jumpers in there, just a couple bright light blue flower petals for whatever reason. If I can reach at the bottom there, I've got several of these, which I'm just going to use because if I want to like attach a dolphin, for example, to the top of one of those bars I showed you earlier, I can't do that because it needs to, the top of the bar, it's just a bar. It needs to have a stud on it. So I'm going to use these to attach to the bar, and then this stud will attach to the bottom of the dolphin or the fish or whatever. And then I've got a couple of dark bluish gray. The color isn't really relevant, just the fact that I have some really long Technic pieces, because I used a couple of those recently, and I just want to have a couple more. These are what, like 1x16? They're really big pieces. I figured I could use some more of those. And finally, a whole bunch of this old flower stem with the stud in the middle. I think like 60 of them, I want to say, are in there, because that's what I'm using for grass, and I need an absolute ton of them. Okay, in the final bag from I Got a Meatball, we have a ton of 6x6 dark green plates, as well as, I'm not going to take them out because they're at the bottom, but I want to say that's, yeah, 6x10, that's what those are. A bunch of 6x6 and 6x10 dark green plates. I've got, like, 4 pretty long Technic rods in here. Like, these are 1x17, 15, something along those lines. You can count the holes if you really want. We got a couple of just dark blue pieces for the mud. A whole bunch of these dead bush pieces. Now, I did think about it. I did look at the dead bush design, and actually, just with the way dead bushes look, 3 prongs is way more accurate. However, that doesn't exist in dark orange, but 6 prongs does. So I am going to stick with this, partially because I already have a bunch of them, and partially because, I mean, no, that's really it. I think both designs, both the brown 3-pronged and the dark orange 6-prong are good designs. Neither are perfect. This is just the one I've decided to go with. We've got some more brown pieces for the mangrove roots. These are old brown, once again, just a 1x2 with log profile. I've got those, the other, I'm not going to take it out because they're near the bottom and they'd be a pain to take out, but I've got some more of the pieces I need for lily pads, and a few more medium lavender pieces for the swamp. Just like dark blue, I'm very excited to be working with medium lavender. Did I say swamp? I meant mushroom island. I've never worked with this color before, so I'm very excited about that. And I will say, because I have none of these colors, I have nowhere set aside to put them. So sorting all of this out is going to be kind of a pain. Next up is a store called BrickLink Bad, and this one is the only one in an envelope, not a box, which is noteworthy, I guess. What is in here? Okay, this tiny bag actually stands out to me more. It's got paper folded here. Is this some sort of business card? There seem to be some pieces in here. It's just some random pieces. What? Okay, so the paper is just a little note saying, "Thank you for your Lego addiction." I can't read that word. What is that 5th word there? I don't think y'all can read that any better than I can. Hope to see you along the brick path again soon. Okay, that's very nice. And then just some random pieces in here. All right, let's go for this bag first. We've got a mini bag in here with some more of those mangrove propagule pieces and some bright light blue flower, almost stems, flower, petals. We have got 2 of these 6x6 red plates in here. These are going to be for the giant red mushrooms. I'm going to have one on the mushroom island and one in the swamp, even though generally my Minecraft world is set in Java Edition, and in Java Edition, giant mushrooms don't actually spawn in the swamp, but I decided, kind of want them to anyway. This is medium azure, which I believe this is what I'm using for blue ice. I'm just, again, picking up some ice pieces while I can. No. Hold on. Dark azure. Dark azure is what I'm using for blue ice. Mediums, I don't need medium azure jumpers. I should not have ordered these. I'll check to see if it was a mistake on the seller's side. I think this is a me mistake though. I just checked and I did indeed order medium azure when I didn't need that, so that was a bit of a derp. Basically, I'm using, I think it's a mix of bright light blue and trans medium blue for normal ice. Medium blue for packed ice, and dark azure for blue ice. So I have no need for medium azure. That was a dumb mistake on my part. I'll be more careful from now on. It's better than all the dark gray pieces I ordered that one time. We've just got some of these, just green 1x1s, which I'm going to put on the swamp vines, and then some more pieces for lily pads. You've got a whole bunch of plates in here for mud. Actually, a lot more mud plates than I thought, but I mean, I think I counted it out right, so I think it's going to be just enough that I need for the mangrove swamp. Just a lot of 4x6s and 6x8s, I believe those are. We've got this store's singular medium lavender jumper, and yeah, that does seem to be pretty much it for this bag. I guess there's also just some dark green 1x1 piles, which I'm just going to use on the normal vine, similar to how Lego does, and a few more ice pieces and medium azure pieces I don't need. You know what we haven't had in this episode? A good dump. Let's just, just dump them all out. Just dump them all out. We've been too good this episode. Sometimes I just want to dump out a bunch of pieces. Let's see, we've got a lot of 2x2s in here. Let's go through them. We've got some dark green for swamp trees. We got some trans green, or maybe it's trans dark green. I'm not sure. One of those for also swamp trees. We've got some trans-clear 2x2s. Those are going to be on the underside of mangrove trees, interestingly enough. It's the easiest idea I could come up with to make sure they actually stay up. We've got some dark blue for mud. We have got some medium blue for packed ice. Any other 2x2s? Oh yeah, reddish brown for dirt. Can never have enough reddish brown 2x2s, can you? All right, that's it for 2x2s. In terms of 1x1s, I got dark blue, which I'm going to be using for mangrove roots, alongside some of the round 1x1 bricks in old brown. Those just together are going to make pretty good mangrove roots, I think. Some 1x1 green bricks and some 1x3 green bricks, which I'm going to use for, I think, swamp oaks. Yeah, swamp oaks. Got some 1x4 bricks for mud, some 2x4 dark tan bricks. These are going to be for the brown mushroom tree. And I think, oh yeah, and all these red pieces here. A bunch of 1x4s and 1x6s that I need for the giant red mushroom tree. I do think, yeah, that's everything in here. Just a whole bunch of good bricks to have. This next bag looks simple enough. We've got 2x6s in green and dark green for the trees, in dark blue for mud, light bluish gray for just stone, just to have some of those. And randomly enough, despite the rest of the bag being 2x6s, some 1x2 log profile bricks in old brown for mangrove roots. This bag seems to have a lot of small pieces in it. Well, at the very top, we've got one that isn't so small, a 2x10 or 12 or so dark green brick. That's a plate. I know my terminology. We got some 2x6s in blue for water, a lot of 2x4s in medium lavender for mycelium. Hopefully that's not too many. Some 2x6s in dark tan. Those are going to be useful for for brown mushroom trees, which do go in the swamp. Some 2x4, oh my gosh, I can't count. Some 1x4s and 1x6s in plates in red. Those are for the red swamp trees. Again, not swamp trees, mushroom trees. We've got 2x2 corner plates in green for vines. We got some 2x2 plates in red. I think those are just to have because I don't have any of them, and it's nice to have some of those. I know I use them for like the little band thingies that go around Minecraft hay bales, so that's good, I guess. Some 2x4s that I'm throwing around. Those are in reddish brown, which are just good to have. In reddish brown, also 1x8s, 1x6s, 2x2s that are stuck together. And I think that's it, unless there's some like 1x2s or something hiding. It's always nice just to get some more reddish brown pieces. You know how it is as a Lego Minecraft builder. I've got in here, I believe, 60. I know in total I got 60. It's just a question of if I got all of them from this store. But 60 white 1x1 plates. Those are going to be for the red mushroom tree. And yeah, each of them uses up like 30, I think, with my design. Here's a 2x4 in dark green. Can't complain about that. Useful for the swamp. We have got some 1x1s in, yeah, the 1x1s are at the bottom. I'm not going to try and grab those. We got 1x1s and 1x2s in either trans blue or trans dark blue. Not sure which one it's called, but those are good just to texture the surface of the water. And I think the last thing I've gotten here, I've just got a couple scattered through. Can I grab it? Can I grab it? Come on, can I grab it? I grabbed it. Some dark blue 1x1 plates. Those I'm going to use for the top and bottom of lanterns because I think it's more accurate than black, which is the color Lego uses for lanterns. Boom! Shell-filled brick shop. Let's do this thing. Alright, in the top here, we've got, as you would expect, a bunch of bags. And actually, it does look like the sellers are listening to what I asked on this one and not having like a million tiny Ziploc bags, which I absolutely love to see. This one seems to have a business card in it. Let me make sure my address isn't on it or anything. No, it is not. It's just a cool little business card. We love to see it. The back isn't much of anything interesting. Okay, I immediately notice in here some interesting stuff. Oh, yeah. All right, it's finally time for some Minecraft stuff, which we've not really seen much of today. So, I mean, well, okay, we've seen a few pieces that I'm going to use for Minecraft, but I'm talking like actual Minecraft pieces like this. Some purple glazed terracotta. Which set? I think this came in the Ice Castle. Yeah, it came in Ice Castle, and while I do have that set, I figured, hey, I could use some more of that terracotta. That could be fun. We've got a stray fabric piece here. This is really exciting. Let me tell you about the Lego Minecraft Stray. It has come in two sets. The Polar Igloo, which was way long ago. I happened to get two of them, and the Stray came with this unique fabric piece. And then in a more recent set, the Icy Peaks that came with a stray. However, they presumably because they didn't feel like remaking this fabric piece, they're just like, you know what? We'll give the stray a chest plate because in game you can't see the fabric piece if the stray has a chest plate. So you get a stray, but we don't have to make the fabric piece again, which, hey, fair enough. However, with the 2 strays I got, because I bought the Polar Igloo twice, so I have 2 strays now. One of them I lost the fabric to, so I'm like, okay, I could put a chest plate on it like Lego did, and while I think that was a fair solution, I don't want to do that with like 2 of my 3 strays, and I think 3 strays is a good amount to populate the snow biome. So I am going to add this stray fabric to my wish list, and we'll see if I ever manage to pick one up. And coincidentally, like right after I add it to my wish list, I'm making these orders, and boom, one's in this store for like a few dollars below the average price, which was absolutely insane luck. This thing is not being sold that much on BrickLink, so the chances of that are, because I just added this to like my general wish list, I did not add it to one of the wish lists I specifically made for this order, so it was just a complete coincidence that one of the stores had this. I am going to set it over there where I can keep an eye on it. In here, we have got an Enderman head, and I think it's just a head. I don't think I got a body for it. I did, however, get some arms for it. I have another pair of arms in there too. I've learned that buying Enderman on BrickLink is really annoying because every time they appear in a set, they've usually got a different color block they're holding, which does mean it's a separate entry on BrickLink, which is really annoying. So it's hard to find out what the average, it's not hard, it's just really annoying to find out what the average price of an Enderman is, and they're often like really overpriced. I think it's way better just to get the individual parts, because from what I've seen, Endermen are only a couple dollars if you just buy the head and the body separately, and then the pieces for the arms are not that hard to get. Now, you might notice me fidgeting with here a pretty well-priced baby zombie with that torso printing. It's just a few pixels, but the recent sets that have included the baby zombie haven't had that printing, which has been really annoying, and so it's really nice to have one with the printing. This, randomly enough, is a something, I don't know, it's a sword, and it's a sword that belongs to Hercules. It's the exact sword he had in his original set. However, when I got the minifigure, I didn't get him with accessories, it was just the minifigure. So now I just need to paint this shield to look like his actual shield, and then I'll finally have a complete Hercules figure. Egg, I have tan eggs because I have a bunch of white eggs, but that's not accurate to egg colors in Minecraft, so now I have the tan ones, which is way better. Let's see, I've just got some more various ice pieces, some tiles and jumpers in the various colors that I need. I'm not gonna go through all of that. We've got some more pieces that I need for lily pads. We got some 1x2 tiles in trans blue or dark blue, whichever one it is. We have got a couple of these pieces, which are used for turtle eggs. I do think it's weird that this piece was originally created for the sake of being a turtle egg, and yet turtle eggs in Minecraft have green dots on them, so really not sure why they decided to make them black, but nonetheless, I think that's the best just thing I can do for turtle eggs, which I'm probably gonna have a few of on some beach or something. These 1x2 trans clear tiles that you can barely even see, because, well, they're trans clear after all. These I need to properly incorporate glass panes. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I just need some of those, so it's nice to pick them up when I can. These are some clear action stands. Well, this is just one, but there's a few more in here, and I need those just to prop up the various sea animals that are going to be in the underwater section. And I think the only other thing in here is another Minecraft thing, which is one of these banners. Enderman body. I do have one of those. I didn't know that was in this order. Nice. I'm pretty sure the next one we're gonna cover, the last order, just has an Enderman head though. These are some green, not bright green like usual, but just some green flower stems with the 4 petals. I figured these could be good to experiment with, maybe use for ferns to have a different color than the grass. I'm not totally sure like what pieces I'm using for ferns and grass. It's a whole thing I'm not gonna get into. Let's see, I've got a bunch more pieces for coral here. A bunch of stuff like this. I'm thinking these I'm going to use for coral fans on the top of a block. It's not perfect, but it's the best I got. These I think I'm going to use for coral fans on the side of a block. And for just normal coral, I think I'm going to use this crown piece. I'm not for sure yet. I'll decide more stuff about the coral reef once I get to that area, but that's just what I'm thinking for now. Medium lavender plate. Love to see it. Pretty sure the rest of this bag is just 1x2 plates that I'm using for swamp vines. I needed a lot of those. I think it's gonna be worth it though, because it's gonna be a much more accurate swamp vine color. And then we got some 1x1s, 1x1 round bricks in, again, old round for the mangrove roots. This bag is packed very full I think I would have trouble putting everything back in here if I took it all out. We've got a lot of plates. We've got a bunch of 4x4s and 4x6s in dark blue. Again, mud, medium lavender, mycelium. Did I ever specify that medium lavender was for mycelium? I think I did. Well, now I definitely have. I think I pretty much just bought all these stores out of their medium lavender plates because I need a bunch and I'm not totally sure if this will be enough. We'll see. We got some dark green plates, more of those precious 2x8s that I need for trees, and just some normal ones for the ground. We got some dark tan 4x6s for the brown mushroom trees, a bunch of 2x6s in red for the red mushroom trees. I was getting a bunch of 2x4s for the trees, but I was like, hey, it's way more efficient, like, cost-wise to get 2x6s, and they still work perfectly fine with the design that I have, so I'm just focusing more on 2x6s rather than 2x4s now. I've noticed that, I really started to notice that in the last order and also some in this one. Go for 2x6s. Like, oftentimes it can be cheaper even if they're a bit bigger than 2x4s and 2x2s. We've got some more trans clear 2x2s. Something about this piece I just really like. It's just a really cool piece. We've got a bunch of dark green pieces. We got 2x4 plates, 2x2 bricks. That's actually about it. So maybe that's not a bunch of dark green pieces, but it is 2 different ones. That, of course, swamp pieces. I think we get the idea. We got trans dark green, I believe it's called. Some dark blue for mud, some packed ice medium blue. Yeah, nothing really in here that you haven't already seen. And I think this bag is, again, just a lot of what you've already seen. We've got some reddish brown 2x6s, which it's a Lego Minecraft order. Duh, there's going to be a bunch of reddish brown. Some dark tan 2x4s, a whole bunch of 2x4s in dark green. That's a lot of 2x4s in dark green. I guess I needed a lot of those for the swamp oaks. Some 2x3s in medium blue, just in case those might be useful for ice. And yeah, that's pretty much it in this bag. As I said, a lot of stuff you've already seen. I kind of thought that's how this order would end up going, but I think this last order will be a little bit more exciting. It's also going to be very, very big. This thing is chunky. This is taking up like the whole screen here. Oh my goodness. Okay, whew, tape is gone. Y'all cannot even see anything. There is so much in here. Okay, and it's all literally like 3 bags. Okay, I'm gonna put the box in my lap so y'all can actually see what's going on. In here, boom, we have the pirate ship adventure. Yeah. I got a Lego Minecraft set that was released 5 years ago and that I already own. However, it was being sold for $16. That is literally the cheapest it was being sold for on BrickLink. It averages for what, like $32, I think? And it comes with an exclusive, and I want to make sure it's here. Yeah, it is. It comes with an exclusive parrot, which I definitely wanted a couple more of. Because it's only ever made in this one set. And it's like, what the heck? Parrots are awesome. I want a bunch in, like, the jungle. The parrot alone averages a few dollars. So it being in here for $16, which is a ridiculously cheap price to get all of these pieces, is just insane. I was going to fish the parts out and build the parrot, but then I remember that I'm lazy, so you're just going to have to trust me that it's in here. Also can't complain about having another turtle and dolphin, and the minifigures aren't going to be super helpful, but there's a bunch of cool pieces in here, a bunch of reddish brown, some blue plates, just a whole bunch of stuff for only $16. Like, as a parts pack, this is insane. And we've only got 2 other bags in here, one of which is massive, one of which is significantly smaller. I'm pretty sure the massive one is used pieces. I mean, I'm sure it is because it literally says it on the bag. So I'm guessing that this one is new pieces. We've got a few of these photo holder pieces, which I think are really cool. I used up all of them in a recent project, so it's nice to have some more of them, especially in a new color, because I only have them in pink. So having them in like aqua, I think this is, that's really cool. We got some 2x2s in white. Those are going to be useful for the stems of the mushroom trees. We got just some 2x4s in green, some dark green as well, just making all the 2x2s fly everywhere. Why not? And then we got a bag here with a bunch of small pieces in it. If we take extra care dumping this out, we have just a couple more pieces that I think might be useful for coral. We've got some action stands in clear that I'm just going to use to prop up the ocean figures and whatnot. We've got some action stands in medium nougat, which again, using for lecterns. Have no immediate plans for those, but I figured I'd pick them up while I can. Okay, unfortunately, you all missed the dumping of this because I forgot to unpause the recording, but this was dumped out. It was beautiful and glorious. In here we have got an Enderman head and a pillager. I need a bunch more illagers I want just some more in the village raid. I want a bunch of pillagers for the pillager outpost, and I need a couple more vindicators for the woodland mansion, and so I just pick those up whenever I can. That was a pretty good price. It was like $1 or $1.50 below the average price, and often at the stores I shop at, they just happen to be really overpriced there for whatever reason, so it's nice to find one not just at, but actually below the average price. We've got this store's medium lavender jumper. It is so weird that all of the stores except one of them just had a single medium lavender jumper. I'm definitely gonna need to get more of those at some point though. And then we've just got a whole bunch of bulk pieces, a lot of stuff you've already seen. We've got some old brown, this is old brown, right? Let me compare, just wanna make sure. Yeah, we got some old brown 1x2s and 2x2 corner pieces for the mangrove trees. We've got some 1x1s, some 1x4s, actually, those are new. And we've got a few of those pieces in reddish brown. It's probably hard to tell just at a glance and on camera and whatnot, but this is reddish brown. I have a few more in reddish brown here, which I'm pretty sure I did intentionally. I'll double check that, but I am pretty sure it was intentional on my part because I wanted to mix some reddish brown into the mangrove roots. I got a whole bunch of these 1x4s with studs on the side. Those are good for the red mushroom trees. The red mushroom trees alone take up so many freaking pieces, and they cost like several dollars. I don't know how many, but it's a bunch of dollars. We got what? Green, dark green, light bluish gray, reddish brown, just the usual stuff you would expect from a Minecraft order. Bunch of bulk pieces here. We got some 2x2x3 white pieces. Those are good for mushroom stems. Some more of these 2x2 clear bricks. What the heck else do we got? Just a bunch of blue pieces in here for water. You see those back there? A bunch of blue. Some dark blue as well for mud. I see back here some 2x6s in reddish brown, which I'm very excited for because I always end up not having a lot of 2x6s in reddish brown, so it's about time I just go and get a bunch of them. Whole lot of pieces here. This is potentially going to overflow my sort system. I don't know how the heck I'm going to sort out all of these pieces because it's seriously a lot. Not just in this bag, but just in this whole order. Plus, I got to part out the pirate ship adventure. Oh, I'm knocking stuff around. Okay, then. And here it is. This is everything I got in these BrickLink orders. Not this. This is my fidget. But otherwise, everything you see here is new from these BrickLink orders. I'm going to have a field day sorting this out. I love sorting out Lego pieces, and it does seem like all the stores listen to my request of not putting them in a million Ziploc bags. Just a few is more than good enough. We've got a ton of bulk pieces here for the swamp and the mushroom island, and these are gonna last me a while. Like, I know I thought that when I did the first BrickLink order for the Dark Oak Forest and the village area, and then I ended up needing to do 2 more BrickLink order videos, but this is actually going to be enough to finish the whole thing, or at least pretty much the whole thing. I know I'll need some more medium lavender, but overall it's a lot, plus a few pieces to experiment with some coral, a few more minifigures, getting a head start on that iceberg, because I know that's going to need a lot of blue pieces. It's seriously going to be like probably just one decent sized iceberg and then a smaller one, but even that I think is going to cost a lot of pieces. I was planning to get some mushrooms in this order if possible, and I actually ended up turning down some really good priced mushrooms because apparently I already have like 4. I got 2 from the original Mushroom Island, 1 from the crafting box, and 1 from the mushroom house. Yeah, one from the mushroom house, which is 4 mushrooms. One of them's a baby. So that's enough mushrooms. I am very happy with this amount of mushrooms. I did not actually need any more. That would have been overkill. It's not gonna be a huge mushroom island. I guess I'm now gonna go get to sorting these out, and then soon I'm gonna get to building. In about a month at the time of recording, I am gonna be heading off to college, and while I will be coming back on the weekends and on breaks and whatnot, probably not every weekend, but a lot of weekends I'll be coming back, so I'm still gonna have plenty of time to build Lego, but not nearly as much as I would like. So for this last month of summer, I'm gonna have to do a lot of building with this, and hopefully all these pieces last me at least until the end of the year, because my bank account isn't happy. If you see another BrickLink order video after this one for like the rest of the year, you yell at me and you're like, Flamin', what the hell are you doing? Stop buying so much Lego. This is a terrible idea. You already spent you got so many pieces, you don't need anymore. We're good on pieces. You can do the ocean some other time. We're focusing on the swamp and the mushroom island right now. Pretty soon there should be a Lego build, well, probably, I shouldn't say should probably be a Lego build and chill stream of me building up the swamp and mushroom island, which I'm very excited for. For now, gamers, this has been Flamin' Gaming 7. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, kids, eat your green vegetables. I'll win the award. Oi, Pecknut, show some respect. If you don't, you'll end up like the train. Right, cause I got a win streak and I'm here to stay. Just another reward on the resume. Hello, I'm probably putting this in the bloopers. I'm very self-aware at this point.